In this video, we're going to find profitable Nikes and apparel items to resell on Amazon for a profit. So we're going to start off as if we are starting from scratch. We have our ASIN tracker here so we can keep track of our ideas and store links and profit. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're literally just going to start by typing in Nike into Amazon. And so we're just gonna kind of click into a listing here. And basically what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to find an Amazon seller who is selling Nikes, but also isn't an extremely experienced Amazon seller. The reason we wanna do that is because these Amazon sellers, just like you and I, are trying to make profit, but they're also a little bit less experienced. And so therefore, we're probably gonna have a higher chance of being able to find where they're purchasing these items from, and therefore being able to make profit by looking at their Amazon seller store. And just a very basic background to this whole method, the entire method is basically, we find items from stores like Kohl's, Nike, Dick's, and other stores online to purchase for a discounted price, and then we take those items and sell them on Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA is basically a service within Amazon that lets third-party sellers sell with them. So you send your items into the warehouse, and when they sell, the Amazon FBA team will just ship them out for you to the customer, making it much more time efficient for you and I. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're on this Nike sock listing, and we see with this tool, Seller Amp, that this is a very low rank. Low sales rank means that the items are gonna sell very quickly. We have a massive ballpark estimated sales of 19,000 of these per month on this whole listing. And so this listing has black socks, it has white socks, has all the different sizes, but between all of these variations, all of them together total get around 20,000 sales per month. So again, we're gonna try to find a storefront that we would like to look at. So we're just gonna select a size here, and we're gonna select white, and we're gonna take a look and see who is actually selling on this listing. So we have 117 people selling this, and we're gonna take a look for people who do not have much feedback. And it looks like we are finding people who don't have much feedback. This person has 1 rating, so they probably have several hundred sales. This person just launched potentially just now or several months ago and haven't gotten their first feedback yet. This person's been going for quite a while. So we definitely do have some newer stores on here. And so we're gonna go ahead and actually just see if we can find these socks in particular profitably. So a tool that I really like to use is Seller Amp, and it just makes this whole process a little bit easier because they do have a search for product title on Google button. And so we can just search this item. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and actually do this through Seller Amp. We're gonna decide whose store we wanna actually take a look at. For some reason, the sellers are not showing. So we're gonna do it through here then. So it looks like the lowest people are around 26 to 27. A ton of people came on the listing in the last couple months. This one tends to be anywhere from 25 to $27, $28. And also recently, less and less sellers are coming on this. Like, a lot of people are selling out. So if we were to sell these at $27, we would need to get these for $12. And so we're gonna go ahead and Google these. So these are a 6-pack and the large. So yeah, it looks like these are a match, but they do not look profitable at all right now. but there is a 20% off sale. That would mean these are actually $17.60, which is actually pretty close to break even here. So that's probably what people are doing. And again, with something that's this fast moving, people might just be trying to push volume with these. And also I'm curious if Kohl's has these. So this is a 6-pack, crew training socks, 8 through 12, that's a large. They don't have the dry fit on the toe. That's a shame. Could probably sell them and get away with it, but that's not a wise thing to do. Shoot, very close, not quite the same thing. But we do see that a lot of these are on sale, actually. So what if we just try to click in here and see if Seller Amp will give us what ASIN this is? Probably not these, because there's no buy box here. I was just thinking there might be a white version of this. And I don't know why these are called men's fast break short when they're not short. They look very similar. We're gonna go ahead and click in here. And that's great because there is a white. And it looks like we have a large here. So taking a look at the large, they have the dry fit. They have the dry fit. $29.99 in the buy box. Let's take a look at the history. Probably we want the last year. So they're anywhere between as high as $40, but really most of the time they're at close to 30, 25 to 30 bucks, 27 up to 30. So I'll probably call this like, we'll just call it 29 probably. Used good. All right, so somebody, this Dubai guy is really trying to sell. It's much lower. Just wants them moved. I get it for sure. And that's kind of what happens sometimes when you have a bunch of items. You just don't see the fact that you can price up to this buy box here. But this guy is, it's interesting. This is an interesting lesson in how the buy box works. If you're within like 5%, either lower or higher of it, you'll often be able to get that buy box when it's your turn. So it seems like the average price here is somewhere between 28 and 29. And this guy is slightly above that, and so he has the buy box. He also has a lot of stock, and he's a massive seller as well. So he is doing well. Yeah, most of these people are in between 28 and 30 bucks. We'll probably call it 29. Okay. If we were to get these for $0, we'd make $18.52. $15.40. So that is a 20% ROI, and then plus the fact that we get 5% in Kohl's Cash, which you basically can purchase free inventory with. In reality, this is $15.40, 95% of that, so $14.63. So this is more like a 27% ROI item, $3.89 a sock. In these high, fast selling apparel items, this really kind of is what you are looking to expect. Most of the time, these very fast selling items are actually pretty competitively priced. Not all of the time, but a lot of people are able to just purchase a lot of these and move a ton of items at $1, $2, $3, $4 profit. And we do see that these are $22 regularly. So I'm just trying to see, usually does it reflect that price? So if people are selling it up at like $32, Is it also around a 15% ROI for 22? No, but are they using the Kohl's cash? So they're basically breaking even unless they're getting it from another site. But at our 1463 and at our around $29, and honestly, you can just wait for that buy box if you want to. It's around 30% ROI. Just the thing I'm concerned with is this is a pretty heavily discounted Black Friday sale, and so it's very hard to know what the price is gonna do once another however many people see this sale. Like, this sale is not that difficult to find. A lot of people know about Kohl's, and so when there's these sales that last for a long time, I would definitely be on the more cautious side. And then on top of that, there's also this going on right here. This type of stuff is very important in the apparel game. First of all, buying on sales, and then also seeing the other sales that are going on, and then on certain sites, email discount codes. And then also, honestly, there's probably Rakuten or Top Cash back that you can get on this site as well. So once you stack all those things, that's where the profit margin is coming from for an item like this. So with this, first of all, here we have 1540, and then we get 5% cash back. So that brings us to the 1463. But then on top of that, the 1540, we're also gonna get $15 back for every $50 spent. So basically that's very close to another 30% off. So I'm not 100% sure if we get this 5% plus this $15. I'm assuming it's probably just this. And so it's basically this with this. And this is basically a 30% off sale because you'll get all of those Kohl's rewards. So 1540, 70% of that is 1078, which is absolutely incredible. I would assume the price is gonna go down like as low as it ever has. What's worst case scenario here? About 2150, $20. If that were the case, $20. Worst case scenario is break even. But also, when that happens, you could just wait the month and a half until the price goes back up. So I think just being aware of that is helpful because, again, this is, especially right now, this is a very fast moving ASIN. Taking a look at the data tab, the offers, taking a look at Prime, unchecking used, including historical offers, last 30 days. We can kind of get a sense for people's stock history and how fast they are selling these items. And so this would be absolutely incredible if he literally sold from 160 stock to 93 stock in a day. He just got buy box and it was gone. Either that or he did an FC transfer. One thing to keep in mind here is down here, it's saying that there have been a lot of sales in the last 30 days on this listing. We can see the sellers here, their ratings, what they're kind of selling for. So a lot of these people are selling actually higher than the $30. This Dubai guy that was on earlier sold a lot for underprice. But yeah, just a bunch of different people on here. This person, it looked like he was sold. Came back in stock. So I don't take these numbers or these numbers extremely seriously, but I do see that there's a lot of numbers here, and so therefore I can be pretty sure that a lot of activity is happening on this listing. It's just another safety check on this. So my feeling on this listing, We've done a ton of analysis on this one for the sake of just talking through every single aspect of this, because it does get a little bit complicated when there's a sale like this, and to know like, okay, if things are really this cheap, like how low are we really gonna go here? Are we willing to wait a couple months in order to get this really good ROI that we're looking for? Or are we gonna end up selling this at a pretty low price? We do see here that they are a match. Both of these are large 6-pack socks. Definitely enjoying and going to enjoy this Kohl's Cash, because basically what we'll end up doing is we will be paying this $15.40, and then we're gonna get this cash back, and we could literally come back in here and purchase more of these socks for free because we got Kohl's Cash. But you basically do need to purchase stuff with your Kohl's Cash, otherwise you're gonna be using this as your buy cost. So however you want to deal with that, whatever works for you works. Just know that you do need to spend your Kohl's Cash, and that you're going to want to purchase something and send it in. A lot of people actually were selling at more like 32, which this ROI is absolutely incredible. On this fast of a listing, to be completely honest, there's no way that this price stays at 32 or even $30. It's like, if this sale is like actually works, it's definitely coming down, at least temporarily. But still, even if we sold at 25, that's still great. So yeah, just spent a little while doing some storefront stalking. Interestingly enough, the guy that we were storefront stalking literally had 2 listings, and we happened to find one that actually is quite profitable and sells very quickly and is a really good listing. Was half debating not even putting this in the YouTube video, but I think this will be a really interesting analysis. But I think this is gonna be really good to help people get into the online arbitrage game and really get some basic breakdown of what's going on with some of these Black Friday type sales and these really steep discounts and all the things that you should be thinking about when thinking about going into a product like this. Another thing to think about is how many of these do we want to purchase? That also does come down to, is the plan to just sell them off when the price goes down, most likely, at whatever it is? Or are we trying to hold on for a couple months and get this nice big ROI here? So your capital situation and all of that is going to go into this. We do see here though, at a very basic level, this listing is getting a lot of sales, and there's only about 50 people on this. So one thing that I do like to do when thinking about how deep to go is I take a look at the other Amazon sellers on the listing, and especially the ones that have a little bit more experience. And I take a look and see how many did they purchase. So this person has 9 ratings. I mean, he could be good. I kind of don't know. Probably want someone that's more in the ballpark of 50 plus ratings. So this person is only showing 1, but I think it's a glitch. This person bought 10, or at least has 10. New seller has 12, 6. This person has 3 showing. This big seller has 50, 10, 31. So basically what I'm doing here is, let's say everybody who's selling this ASIN was sitting around in a room at a round table, and basically every single person at the table is giving their opinion on how deep they should go on this. So this Empowered Aloha, who has 126 ratings, like pretty good Amazon seller most likely, says you should at least go 20 deep on this. But that's based on his cash flow situation. This Rodriguez Goods LLC has 160. So this young new seller really went very deep into these. This guy also went 31 deep. This person went very deep, and it looks like they're trying to do a long-term hold. So I'd probably go somewhere in between 10 and 40 on these. Really depends on your philosophy, depends on how much capital you have and you're willing to use. and your business philosophy. So this is just an Amazon listing breakdown. We kind of just went to another seller's storefront, found these, found them profitably here. Black Friday sales, doing some analysis. If this was helpful to your business, feel free to help me out by subscribing and sharing this with someone who also wants to sell on Amazon. Let me know if you have any video ideas or comments down below, and hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care.